Ahoy from BA! This is a Rorshok Ocean update from the 2nd of July 2024. A summary of what's going down in the 70% surface of the Earth covered in salt water. In previous shows, we talked about Norway's decision to start deep-sea mining. Now the country is moving forward, planning to auction almost 400 seabed mineral blocks early next year. These blocks are located between Iceland, Norway, and Svalbard. On Wednesday, the 26th of June, Tarja Ausland, the Norwegian Ministry of Energy, announced the initial licensing round with a public consultation period open until the end of September. Ausland stressed the importance of seabed minerals for the green transition and highlighted strong support in Parliament. Many environmental groups criticized the decision, including the Worldwide Fund for Nature, or WWF, which considered the plan environmentally irresponsible and warned about the irreversible marine damage. Want to know more about this story? Check out the Rorshok Arctic update with the link in the show notes. Moving on, Japan has begun the 7th release of wastewater from the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant into the Pacific Ocean. The Tokyo Electric Power Company, or TEPCO, the plant's operator, initiated this discharge on Friday the 28th of June, despite encountering strong national and international opposition. According to the press agency Xinhua, this is the third release in the current fiscal year, and it has almost 8,000 tons of radioactive wastewater. TEPCO should complete the discharge by Tuesday the 16th of July. Still in the Pacific Ocean, on Friday the 28th of June, an earthquake measuring 7.2 hit the southern coast of Peru. The U.S. Geological Survey reported that the quake happened at 12:36 a.m. with an epicenter in the Pacific Ocean about 8 kilometers or 5 miles west of Atiquipa in the Caravelí province and more than 600 kilometers, almost 400 miles south of Lima. The quake occurred at a depth of around 30 kilometers or 17 miles. The Peruvian Navy initially issued a tsunami warning, but the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center later said that the threat was over. Peru experiences frequent seismic activity due to its position along the Pacific Ring of Fire, an area prone to earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Researchers have found that the contrast in salinity between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans has intensified over the past 50 years. Scientists found that the contrast is more prominent in the first 800 meters of depth, around half a mile. The study, published in the journal Nature Climate Change on Friday the 28th of June, connects the change to the ocean surface warming and alterations in wind patterns. Warmer ocean surfaces are moving thermocline zones where the temperatures change rapidly towards the poles. This leads to a substantial rise in upper layer salinity in the North Atlantic, but these increases are not as strong in the North Pacific. The findings highlighted how much climate change increased the level of ocean salinity dynamics. Talking about the Atlantic Ocean, Atlantic Sea Farms, the largest seaweed cultivation company in the U.S., achieved a record-breaking harvest of 1.3 million pounds of farmed seaweed in 2024. The company works with fishing families in Maine, Rhode Island, and Alaska to grow and sell kelp, supporting local economies. The company provides free seed, helps farmers, and guarantees that they will buy back their kelp. This allows fishermen to earn more money. Atlantic Sea Farms also processes kelp into different products, helping to reduce carbon emissions by 500,000 pounds since 2019. Staying in the Atlantic Ocean, on Wednesday the 26th of June, the Florida Aquarium released 8 rehabilitated juvenile green sea turtles into the waters near Ormond Beach. The Sea Turtle Rehabilitation Center in Apollo Beach took care of these turtles for 3 months. Ashley Rees, the conservation program director, was glad to see the turtles recover from debilitation and finally return to the ocean. This was the center's largest release this year. The facility has been working in sea turtle conservation in Florida since 2019. Moving on, major fishing nations operating in the Indian Ocean allegedly turn off their monitoring systems to catch more fish than allowed and avoid detection by authorities. A recent study published in Regional Studies in Marine Science compared fish catch data from the Automatic Identification Systems, or AIS, on vessels with official reports to the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization. Some countries, including Spain, France, and South Korea, reported more than 40% less fish than AIS data suggests, indicating possible irregular fishing. In contrast, Taiwan and China report significantly fewer fish than AIS data shows, suggesting they may not be meeting international reporting standards. Just a bit more to the west, Yemen's Houthi rebels have launched missile and drone attacks on several ships in the Red Sea and the Mediterranean. On Friday, the 28th of June, Yahya Saree, a spokesman for the Houthi military, claimed responsibility for 4 attacks targeting ships near Yemen's Houdeida port. On Friday, the 28th of June, Yahya Saree, a spokesman for the Houthi military, claimed responsibility for 4 attacks targeting ships near Yemen's Houdeida port. One ship narrowly avoided being hit by 5 missiles, while another reported being struck by an improvised explosive device. These new incidents have increased the already existent disruption of global shipping routes, diverting vessels from the Suez Canal to longer alternative routes around Africa. Let's have a look at the Panama Canal, which has announced a second round of easing restrictions to improve its operational capacity. From Wednesday, the 26th of June, the maximum authorized draft has been raised to 47 feet, with plans to further increase to 48 feet by Thursday, the 11th of July. From the beginning of August, authorities will introduce a new booking slot for the Neo-Panamax locks, allowing 35 ships to transit per day. These adjustments aim to alleviate congestion caused by droughts, enhance scheduling flexibility, and reduce delays, benefiting global trade logistics. Recent rainfall has positively impacted canal operations, reinforcing its role as a vital trade route. In other news, Turkey, Romania, and Bulgaria have started a joint effort to remove naval mines in the Black Sea stemming from the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Naval commanders from the 3 countries met in Istanbul on Monday the 1st and signed orders to find and neutralize mines. The initiative follows an agreement made in January to create the Mine Countermeasures Naval Group in the Black Sea, or MCM Black Sea. The Russian Navy had mined Ukraine's coastline early in the conflict, and some mines have drifted into the waters of Turkey, Romania, and Bulgaria, posing dangers to shipping. Since April 2022, Turkish and Romanian teams have defused numerous stray mines. Ensuring safe passage in the Black Sea is crucial for maintaining the trade of products such as grain and oil. Next up, the Mediterranean Sea. The International Maritime Organization designated the Mediterranean Sea as an emission control area, or ECA. Ships will have to reduce the sulfur content in marine fuels from 0.5% to 0.1% by May 2025. This change aims to meet new environmental standards, although it may raise shipping costs. Ship operators have several options, including using new fuels, installing exhaust gas cleaning systems, or exploring alternative fuels. Operators will need to ensure their fuel systems are flushed of non-compliant fuels before entering the ECA and maintain detailed records of fuel changes. As the newspaper Safety for Sea reported in its article published on Saturday the 27th of June, crew training will be essential to ensure proper handling and understanding of low-sulfur fuels and emission control technologies. Investing in education will help meet the new requirements and promote environmental protection. Closing with the Arctic, Turkey's 4th Arctic Scientific Research Expedition team arrived in Tromsø, Norway, on Saturday the 29th of June to begin their month-long expedition. The team of 11 scientists started their journey in Istanbul and will conduct research on the Norwegian-flagged Polar Explorer vessel. The scientists received training on survival at sea and safety protocols before starting their voyage. Their work includes 16 projects focused on the effects and causes of global climate change and research on marine, atmospheric, physical, and biological sciences. The team will also compare marine samples from the Arctic and Antarctic regions. And that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Hey, did you know that if you're listening to us on Spotify, you can leave comments or questions in the episode? Take a look at it. It's right there. The comments are private by default and we won't publish them, but feel free to share your email so we can contact you back. We might give you a shout out in the next episode. Put something in there, go crazy. We'd love to hear from you. See you next week.